Last time on Dragon Ball Kakumei, Goku would again fail to defeat Beerus as part of his training, though not without showcasing intense strength and resolve. After, the Grand Priest would call all angels to brief them on a developing situation. Android 17's wish not only resurrected the universes erased during the Tournament of Power, but also 7 which had been disposed of previously. Most mysterious, Universe 0. Returning to face the Grand Priest is a mysterious stranger who claims her opposite is nothing more than a fraud. Moments before, and against his better judgment, Whis allows Goku to explore Universe 0 to see what he can discover.
This is part 3 of an ongoing series. Catch up fully using the link in the description.
Back in the present time, at the Grand Priest Palace, the mysterious intruder reiterates she never abandoned the angels, and she wants to elaborate on this imposter's past who they call their father. Simply put, he provoked mass genocide and believed himself to be on equal footing with that of the Omni Kings. The Grand Priest finally tells her that's enough. He rises from his throne. His children kneel and request he explain himself, and to reveal the identity of this angel-looking woman. As many of you likely guessed, she is an angel, and their mother. Moreover, what she says isn't a complete lie. This 19th universe he previously mentioned was particularly powerful. It released a monstrous strength and threatened the balance established by the Omni King. Something had to be done quickly, so he acted without the king's knowledge. These words caused the woman to let out a maniacal laugh. Quickly isn't the right word. Expanding space-time may be a brief action for himself, but those slain by his actions did not suffer a swift execution. They felt everything as time itself tore apart the bodies of innocent people by the billions. It may have only lasted a second for him, but for all those affected, it was several tens of billions of years. All the Grand Priest has to say about this, since he doesn't possess the power of Lord Zeno, he had no other alternative. And these actions all but confirmed. The mother rhetorically questions her children if they hear that. From his own mouth, their father found it wiser to cover up his barbaric act rather than to be honest with the king. But strangely, she doubles back. She quells they not blame the priest. None of this is his fault nor that of the king. But what could she possibly mean? At the same time in Universe 12, Jin stares at the sky wondering what's going on. Belmont does the same in his realm. However, he recognizes several familiar energies. As the Mother Angel continues, she places the blame on not any individual, but the system itself which was set up forcing the Grand Priest to act. When 12 figures suddenly emerge out of nowhere, one pointing out the irony of the situation. It's actually kind of funny. While another, appearing much more brutish in stature, thanks Kansei for taking the pressure off all of them. Kansei likely the name of the Mother Angel. Peering around the crowd, we can make the assumption these people are destroyers and they're angels. One angel on the back mentions how strange it feels to return to this place, while another simply states how familiar all these faces are. Whis tells how these are the gods and angels of the destroyed universes, remembering back to a time their existence was meant to be. This causes one to cackle out that Whis is still as sharp as attack, and only hopes he didn't miss them too much, before another voice rings out for them to behave themselves and bow down. Their faces finally come into view. First, we have Galleon and the destroyer Balkan from Universe 13. These names are a play on Balkan vodka, and Giuliano, a sweet herb-based Italian liquor. From 14, the angel Ares and god of destruction Dromel. Named for a white wine and hydromel, a beverage derived from fermented honey similar to mead. In 15, we have the blindfolded duo of Malata and Vilspring, the latter being the one responsible for that cackling just a few moments ago. He screams he feels like he slept for hundreds of times longer than that cat Beerus. As for the wordplay, Malata is a Georgian wine, and Vilspring was inspired by Devil's Spring vodka, a very high-proof spirit. Ironically, it's so strong that if not properly manufactured can cause you to lose your vision. Universe 16, surrogate home of the angel Remtal and destroyer Menyak. Snickering a sinister chuckle, Menyak takes pleasure in seeing everyone in good health and not injured. They've arrived just in time. The party hasn't even started yet. Remtal is an anagram of Torah Merlot, and Menyak is the same for Armagnac brandy. And for the 17th universe, we have the god named Nizos, named for Dionysus, the Greek god of liquor, who is actually a dead ringer for a Kaioshin rather than a destroyer, the hair and the Protari earring being the giveaways, but still appears to bear a destroyer's clothing. Whatever the case, he warns Alaros to stay calm. Panning down to the angel, he shows nothing short of pure rage on his face as he hisses Whis' name. What history could the two possibly share? Did the angel of Universe 7 also take part in his destruction? Just then, Vados instructs her brother to look a particular direction, though he assures he has already seen what she refers to. None other than Frieza. But how could this possibly be? The tyrant bids a good evening to all. He's been looking forward to meeting them, though he especially wanted to thank Whis in person. We're then introduced to an angel named Twist, which isn't only an appropriate name for the situation, but also yet another alcohol pun for a variety of drinks. With this panel, it reveals her and Frieza to be the angel and destroyer of Universe 18. Surely this couldn't be another version of Frieza native to the 18th universe, so how did he make his way all the way there? Twist beckons Whis, or possibly all angels, if they see where this excessive neutrality leads to. Our angel is primarily fixated on the Golden Warrior. He thinks he understands what he's planning to do. Back at the Tournament of Power, he knew bringing him back to life he wouldn't have just sat twiddling his thumbs for long, but to go this far. The villain spats to not underestimate his intentions. This is merely a foretaste, an appetizer of his true plans. Upon persuading that know-it-all Zuno to explain everything he needed to know, the commanders of the Frieza Force informed him to the appearance of the new universes. He has to admit it was rather surprising Zeno decided to do away with the 18th universe at all. Its god of destruction was miserable, not even remotely fit to hold his position. According to Twist, he had disagreed with his universe's behavior, obviously not having the makings of a revolutionary. Flashing back, Frieza tries to assassinate the destroyer from behind. At first, he would miss his initial attempt. Whether purposely or to only fulfill his own sadistic personality, he wouldn't miss again. Using his other hand, he fires several holes into the god, all the while joking it appears he's more accurate with his left arm. He moved in to add insult to injury, mocking that he vomit a little more. His robes are too tight for him anyway. And finally cracking his neck, the Space Emperor dons the destroyer's clothing for himself. He scoffs that his impotence was disconcerting, and he wonders how he managed to become a god of destruction in the first place. But he doesn't think any of this concerns Whis himself. Having listened to the entire story, Whis admits he doesn't understand the point of going this far with it. But he's right, none of this is his concern. Continuing his vile ways, Frieza questions the angel if he regrets his resurrection. He pauses, then utters his opposite is ill-informed and has no idea of where he steps. Regardless, he would like to credit Whis. All of this is thanks to his generosity to take the risk of bringing him back so willingly. But for the moment, if he wouldn't mind, would he divulge the whereabouts of Goku? Grand Priest asks, Son Goku? What does he have to do with all of this? Prompting Whis to explain how he spotted Universe Zero just before he was summoned here. He agreed to let the Saiyan scout it out for himself, but has since lost contact with him and he hasn't used the button he gave him. For the moment, they are unable to reach him or distinguish his presence in the condensed auras that form in that realm. Menyak inquires if he's talking about the mortal who came through screaming like a donkey right into their headquarters. He needn't worry about him. They welcomed him justly. The Grand Priest now wonders why they would be keeping Goku imprisoned. The power of the deities is still far beyond that of any Saiyan. Goku's not a threat to them. Could it be that the mortal possesses vital information useful to the resurrected gods? Kansei taunts Kaishi not to look so ignorant. He knows exactly what they're planning with him. Kaishi, presumably the Grand Priest's actual name. Simultaneously, with Goku, our hero kneels in chains, prisoner of the gods. He screams for the cowards to get back here, wanting to know what they want from him. With a final glimpse of him from the apocalyptic world, all he can do is apologize to Whis. He grossly underestimated the challenge in front of him.